ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the music. I'd like to introduce you to the band members. And of course we have Jim Duff on vocals and guitar. On drums, Troy Jones. Bass and vocals, we have Seth Thomas. And on guitar, Waylon Duff. And back here behind me, Ryan Stiles is the sax man. How long have you been together as a band?
Probably a little over a year, I guess. We started last year in Owensboro, basically. Troy, Seth, Waylon, and myself. So I guess maybe a little over a year.
Now, did you guys listen to the same kind of music at the time when you got together to play music?
I listened to Slayer.
Yeah, Waylon's kind of evolved relatively quickly into the blues. He's
Reggae.
yeah, pretty talented, but
Definitely stemmed from the blues. I think that
in
was
jazz.
our,
I mean,
our element
yeah.
was a lot of blues. That's kind of what we related with. He did a lot of country too, loves country, and
Yeah.
of course I like country. But we met kind of, our minds kind of came together in the blues vein.
All right, so who is the voice of reason in the band? Who's the one who always says the right thing?
I definitely said it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I usually say the
I would
wrong thing.
disagree. I would disagree actually, because I see, you know, as a big picture, me and Jim have a lot of ideas, and they go this way and that way and the other. And Troy usually is the person to say the last thing and say, okay, well, it's probably a better idea that we don't go with that stupid thing or with that stupid thing. You know, let's bring it in. Let's keep it simple. Let's do this. You know, though
He
Troy,
analyzes
he
things
does.
very well. Yeah, probably too much at times.
Right.
But it's still good. It's
Yeah.
still a good thing.
But you know, we all have to do our part. You know, we work as a team and as a cohesive unit. So
I'd say as a firm backbone, it's always Jim that, of course, you know, it's he's very prominent in the whole thing. But you know, he gets us together. You know, when I met Seth a long time ago, and I knew that the chemistry was right, so I kind of introduced Seth to Jim, and it just kind of glued it together. So in all reality, of course, Waylon's, you know, been around since.
Knee-high to grasshopper.
But I'd have to say, you know, we collaborate a lot. We do a lot together in the sense of trying to make it a community backbone rather than just one person saying that is cutthroat about the whole thing. It's pretty collective, I think.
Are you usually satisfied with when you're done recording and you listen to it back? Are you satisfied with it, or do you always think it could be better?
Always better.
Always better.
I think
Never satisfied.
And the jazz and blues, is this on the horizon?
Yeah, this is definitely the next album, which
Because I mean, normally we identify you with the traditional country.
right, and a lot of people do, but I'd say these guys really know me, and they know that there's a lot more to what I do than just traditional country. I'm not going to limit myself ever to just one genre of music. It makes it tough to market me, if you will, as an artist. It's a lot tougher, but you know, I don't really care. It's all about the music and creating with the right people.
Where do you guys record?
This new album, like I said, Troy and I started to record this thing in Nashville a couple years ago, I guess, didn't we, Troy? When I first moved back down to Nashville. I've lived in Nashville several times, come and go, but this last time, moved down, Troy moved with me, and we started and hired guns. You know, Nashville truly has the best musicians, and I think there's a few maybe in Bowling Green.
They work. They work very, very quick too.
And they do, and they're very accessible. I mean, you know, it's very hard to find a horn player here in Danville, Kentucky, or Waynesburg, Kentucky, or Stanford. But there's a lot of horn players in Nashville. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
There's horn players out there.
Yeah, we all know each other too.
Exactly. And so it was Nashville is where we started in my studio. And then I, of course, eventually moved here. And now we're going to finish the record and record the rest of it here in Danville.
I understand there's a blues record that has been recorded and is ready for release. When is that coming out?
Yeah, our new
When
record.
can we expect it?
In April, we're going to come and release. We're going to release the record in April, like I said. Sorry, and the title of it is Jim Duff and the Necessities. It's a self-titled deal. It's going to include, like I said, rock, blues, and jazz, all kind of a mixture. It won't be traditional country this go around.
How do we get your next album coming out?
It'll be available on iTunes. We'll have it available for downloads through Rhapsody, pretty much all the major digital distribution channels, if you will. It'll be on jimduff.com, reverbnation.com. We're going to release some videos of us in the studio on our MySpace.
Well, wish you all the best. Thank you.
I appreciate it, Walt.
Great. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thanks, Walt.
God bless you. All right.